Alright, what's up everybody? I am farbzilla, or on Xbox Live Build a Butcher. That's what you'll see me on the leaderboards as in this game. So there are a lot of similarities between Hydro Thunder Hurricane and the one you just saw Axel play. Red Hazard is the fastest boat in this one, and it has the best acceleration and air control, and has second fastest top speed. The handling is a bit deceiving because you can control it pretty well while using boost. Time will start here in a second. I just want to say one major difference you'll see in this one is that in the air you don't want to boost because it will slow you down if you're going over 200 miles an hour. And you actually will see me use that mechanic a lot. What you do is when you're in the air, you turn 45 degrees and it'll gain speed. I will count down now. 3, 2, 1, go. We actually use in-game time for this too, just because load times can vary a lot. Right off the bat here on Lake Paul, you'll see me use a technique that we call skiing, and it's around this corner right here. Basically what that does is it gets you to 200 miles on the water, 200 miles an hour on the water, when typically if you're not going downhill or catching another boat's draft, the top speed's about 185, so there's a big difference there. There's actually two ways to activate it too. One is straight on the water, which I pretty much refer to as the skill ski, because it takes a little bit more to do than the other one. The other one is you're going 200 miles already in the air like this, but you land at a 45-degree angle to keep that speed up. So that's pretty much that. It's actually really tough to get to 240 in this one. You have to use in succession all the different mechanics of the game, and you can actually, going downhill in a draft is really fast. Skiing downhill is also fast, and then you'll see me skip across the map, kind of like Axel was doing too. So that's basically the long and short of the mechanics in this game. Now that that's out of the way, I can kind of talk about the tracks more.
That was awesome.
That was a pretty good time for Lake Paul. This is Storming Asgard. It's the ice map in this Hydro Thunder. This first jump is actually it scares me a little bit just because you can crash jumping through this house relatively easily. They're coming up here. I take an alternate route when I'm doing runs like this, just because it's a little easier. You can go to the left of that rock that I just went to the right of, and it's a little faster. A lot of this map is going fast through this section here. I did a poor job of skiing through there. If I can catch this draft and pretty much skip to shortcut. Get that draft a little bit. And coming out of here, you can get to max speed pretty easily. You can do it right off the jump. There I was a little slower, but that's alright. And from here, ski right there, jump off the ramp, and it's pretty much to be really fast in this game. It's not about how fast you can get your boat going, but more about maintaining your speed. And like I kind of said before, it's using all the different mechanics available to you pretty much in succession all the time to go fast. So that section was kind of slow. Right here, I kind of missed it. Ooh, that was close. I could tell I was gonna miss it. If you bounce through that section right on the first skip, you get to 240, and you basically hold it all the way to the finish line if you're able to steer to it, you know. So that was Asgard. This next one is Monster Island. It's the first lap track in this race, or in the GP, I guess. And also, this GP doesn't include the 3 DLC tracks. This is just the original 8 tracks released with the game. A lot of this track is staying in the air, especially towards where the lap starts and ends. I mean, there's a lot of different things that can go wrong, like me missing that boost there. That's not a huge deal, but it's just one of those tracks where little mistakes can cost you a lot of time because you won't be able to get back up to the speed you're at, or you should be at, quick enough. Here you can jump over that rock, the big rock to the right, depending on the wave pattern beforehand. I'll try to do that next lap. What's cool about this track is every lap the middle section of the track changes, so you'll see the difference here. It's basically out of this, I call it the mouth jump, but yeah, go this way this time. So here I'll be able to do this jump, right? If you take a different route and go around the rock, you can actually use the ramp before the end of the lap to jump over that dock, or the house on the right, and it's actually faster because it's a shorter distance to the finish line and you stay in the air longer. But I'm not very consistent at it, so I chose to go a different route. Here is the first whirlpool that you use to launch yourself, and I didn't do it as fast as I could, but that's okay. That appears a few different times. Now I gotta go around, I'm not even gonna try to jump. But yeah, it's basically what I was talking about right there. Is you jump over there, and then you actually continue, you know, on a... If it's not the end of the lap, you keep going, and you basically skip all the way to that shortcut you take. This is Tsunami Bowl. It's pretty straightforward. All the laps are the same. I think Thunder Park is very similar to this. There's only a few different things that you can do in this track that will set you apart from the rest of the pack, I guess you could say. That getting caught on the boat is not one of them. So I skipped the gear, and what that gear does is makes it easier to jump to the shortcut, but it's slower. I took a different route up on the shortcut because I was low on boost, so what I'll do is grab this boost over the ramp, so I'll have enough boost to be faster at that later section. And it's actually faster to go around the ramp at the start of the lap too. So here I try to ski and get to 200 right before I jump, and then catch the draft and go. So that was pretty clean, that was pretty fast. You can actually ski longer than that up there, but it's pretty hard to do. Oh, and I guess one thing I should mention too is if you boost in the air in this version, it'll either accelerate you or decelerate you to 180. And then with that turn mechanic in the air, kind of, we call it slipstream. I don't know. Basically, because you see the air coming off the spoilers in the back. But I lost what I was saying there. So Lost Babylon is the home of the biggest shortcut in the game. It's kind of debatable whether it's supposed to be there or not, but the more you think about it, it's kind of seems like you're supposed to be there, but I'll talk about it more when I'm there.
One gate open.
This is also another one of those tracks that any little mistake can be very detrimental to your run. So coming up here around this turn is a waterfall jump that if you remember back in Asgard, I was saying you can use, I'm not going to get it, but if you bounce right there, bounce correctly there, you can get to 240 and pretty much carry it to here. This is the super shortcut. Hopefully I can manage it, which I think I will. So yeah, you bounce off that ramp and get up here, and to the left of where you enter, that upwards part, there's a very big invisible wall, and it sucks I missed that boost. And I don't know, it's just kinda, I'm not ever really sure if it was supposed to be there or not, but it's there. So here's another whirlpool that I gotta kick myself out wide a little bit to use. Oh man. I thought I was gonna get hit downward too far there.
What a finish!
Pair Sewers to me is the most fittingly named track. I really don't like this track. I commonly refer to it as the sewers. A lot of it's uphill. I don't know, it's just kind of bland too, but it's actually really technical. Kind of messed that up, but you can bounce yourself off the gear underneath there. Oops, I ran out of boost. And then actually catch the whirlpool. I didn't mean to hit the ramp there, but there's a whirlpool that you can launch yourself off of. Losing boost really sucks in this too, because you have to wait for the boat to transform and also get boost. But that shortcut, you can jump to both ramps there, but it's pretty hard to do, and a lot of the times you'll hit the bridge before the second one. So here's that gear jump again, but I jumped late because it's, because it's safer. There's actually a little glitch too in that shortcut. If you jump too low below it, you actually kind of get soft locked into the wall. Doesn't really serve any purpose, but I guess another thing I can talk about too is that there are some glitches that you can do in this game. Some are out of bounds, some are reset glitches where you press select to reset your boat, but there's one on this track where you go backwards after this checkpoint, and after a certain point it resets you to pretty much the end of the lap. But I don't like to do that because then I lose track of what my actual PBs are and all that, so that was kind of bad. Oops.
Awesome. Just plain awesome.
I'm also playing on Xbox 360. It is available on Xbox One, and to my knowledge, there's not a difference there. There is a PC version available, but the boats behave differently in the air, so it's not as fast. This is my favorite track, and it's very short and fast, so I'm just gonna actually shut up and try to put on a good display here. I'm actually on a fairly decent pace here. Should shut up before I ruin it. I thought I was gonna crash there. I gotta bail on my normal route. I wouldn't have made it. So that was Soul Stream. That was a pretty decent time. This is probably the most aesthetically pleasing track of these 8. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of different sections. It's always changing. It's actually a pretty technical track too. It's another one of those tracks that little teeny tiny mistakes can just cost you big chunks of time. That first jump under that bridge is actually not trivial at all either. It's you gotta time yourself off the wave beforehand so you don't jump too high, and I missed my jump there. So right above me right there, oop, that sucked. There's an invisible wall. I guess I kind of forgot to be talking about that stuff too. But my biggest pet peeve with this game is that the hitboxes on the wall and stuff are not really consistent, so in some places you just have to see if you can clip through stuff or not. There you gotta not jump too late, because you'll hit the UFO. Ooh. That slowed me down a bit. So this next section, pretty tight squeeze coming up through here, especially if you're trying to like skip through it and go fast and stuff. I've actually lost many a good run to this section here. Under that UFO lifts you up, so if you can jump to it, you can keep your speed a little more. Time is coming up at the top of this hill, basically. Time.
That was amazing.
That was Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Do want to give a shout out to everybody behind the scenes for this marathon. I really appreciate the chance to come out here and do this for you guys. That's really all I have to say. So.